Subscribe, like and share. Remember to click the bell please. Watch the playlist again so as to grasp the continuous trend of the market and refresh your mind. Good evening, guten Abend, bonsoir, buenas noches to investors in North and South America. Ohio, Contraction investor. 안녕하세요. 各位早晨 Good morning to investors in Asia. Buenas noches, good night to investors in Europe and Africa. I'm Daniel Yu speaking from Hong Kong. It's 26th December here and 25th in Wall Street. This week, I have 4 main points to talk about. Number 1, Fibonacci Arc and 3 major indices. Number 2, eFUEL energy. Number 3, economic cycle and recession. Number 4, stock review of 2022 and outlook of 2023. Now, let's have a review of video 8 on 2022-1205. Where shown the following week, Dow Jones will fluctuate from 33200 to 35000. And the day would be from December 5th to 13th. It really did. Why it can be done? First of all, Dow Jones is in wave 5 of Elliott wave. The bull market watershed is at 34393.12, which is the greatest resistance. Even on the previous week, the closing price had 3 consecutive days above it, but still turned down. Because the breakthrough was too slight, and thus had no confirmation made. Owing to the return of Comet Haru caused the Oriental meteor shower push up the rate from October to December. And the ending period is on Germany meteor shower, and the peak is on December 13th and 14th. These are the days of CPI announcement and FOMC meeting respectively. So now we can have a forecast of the coming fortnight to be from 33705 to 32447. But the peak of Quadrantist meteor shower is on January the 4th. May have a breakthrough of either 34396 or 31720 at the time. So this is one case. For S&P, there's a pattern of reverse head and shoulders with head in October and shoot up in Elliott wave of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To run the span of profit taking like this, mind that on finishing wave 5, in the Ichimoku chart, the Tangen-san merges together with Kinji-san. The shadow lines have dropped through the intersection of green cloud and red cloud and have to see whether it would drop further before January 4th. As for Nasdaq, the trend is weakest. It is now still in the pattern of Ursa Minor as set in video 7 of 2022-1128, which is clearly in stage 3 of bear market. Since then, it can be seen prices dropping down from the top of parallelogram, and the resistance is the green Ichimoku cloud as shown last month. The greatest support of the market is at the level of 10,000 points of Nasdaq Composite. So during this cooling down period of holiday mood, please study the previous videos concisely in order to grasp hold the market trend. But if you can have a super memory power, you need not review. This is our memory power training in Repulse Bay, the most beautiful beach of Hong Kong. And this is in Deep Water Bay of Hong Kong. And this is Lee Yumen Pass, the first channel under the sun. See how romantic and unique the training course is. The advanced course of our seminars not only lowers strong understanding power, but can train people to have super memory power, which can be stronger than a group of persons. However, you have to join our elementary course of investment in US stock first, which is from March 6th to 17th, 2023, to be held in Almaty, Kazakhstan. In the past week, there is a landmark need to be noted, which is the inauguration of eFUEL Energy. The famous automobile company Prosche started a pilot plant in Punta Arenas of Chile to produce eFUEL. It is a clean energy project which extracts water from carbon dioxide and monoxide. Some people even call it wind energy for cars, but it does not mean cars are driven by wind like that of sailboat in the 18th century. It's a combination of solar, wind, and nuclear energy to produce electric power. The product is known as ElectroFuels or synthetic fuels. The short form is eFuels. Mind that it is also a revolution in clean energy. It not only has strong competition with traditional energy of petroleum, and also a challenge to existing electric cars when the Haru on the pilot plant is in turbo of mass production. The retail price is just $3 per gallon, which equals to the current retail price of petroleum. This is part of the project of Barack Obama's Clean Energy Project, which is said to be the largest project of America since landing of the moon. When he went for presidential election in 2008 among the financial tsunami, he said every president wanted to get rid of the control of petroleum, but the result is to rely on it more and more. After he took office, he started a project of clean energy which combined education and development for next generation. At first, he persuaded the Congress to re-excavate shale oil. So in 2012, shale oil was successfully developed. And in 2015, US has the largest production of petroleum in the world. No more need to rely on Middle East. Now, eFuels is also part of the outcome of clean energy project. Mind that it not only brings about clean competition between traditional energy like petroleum with clean energy, it also has another shock with clean energy. That is, besides electric cars, eFuel cars will be on the road very soon, and keen competition between them will thus arise. Not only on the road, but will extend to the sky and the sea very soon. So this is not only a news, but a revolution of the era. So keep an eye on this. For further details, please enter the site of Haru on the hydrogen project. As for the recession of 2023, we must keep calm and carry on and view it from a rational manner. The focus of 2023 will change from inflation to unemployment gradually, and there is a job cut trend, and it's still growing. Now the chance of advent of recession is 70%. So we better understand it beforehand. First of all, we have to know what is meant by full employment. It does not mean people are 100% employed. It is a situation where all people who are available and searching for work can find a job at prevailing remuneration rates and conditions. Normally, 94% to 96% of them are employed and not 100%. When expressed in unemployment rate is around 5%, sometimes higher and sometimes lower. So when we refer to the attached chart, most of the recession occurs when the unemployment rate is over 5%, but now the latest unemployment rate is just 3.7%, which is a nice record. We are still far away from dangerous line, and even when it comes, the hurt would not be so great and deep. But when we view from the grand economic cycle, we are in the recovery cycle since the trough of April 2020. The business cycle is in an economic cycle of expansion, peak, contraction, and trough. And we are in the grand wave of expansion now. To say it in another manner, we are in wave 3 of any wave, and the coming adjustment is just wave 4. So don't worry too much. Be water. Wave 5 will come and replace it. Tomorrow will be better. Investors better use this holiday period to study the cycles thoroughly. No gain without pain. The study of investment equals to a degree course in the university. It is true and genuine. So now we go to have a review of 2022 and outlook for 2023. This is the heat map chart of S&P in the past year. The top of S&P is on January 4th, so now what we can see, the chart is majorly in red, especially the IT stocks. However, the most attractive green sectors are in pharmacy and medical stocks because of pandemic. Then energy stocks because of Russian-Ukraine conflict. Mind that the speech of Zelensky in US Congress is much welcomed and successful, and people compare it with the 1941 Winston Churchill speech of Christmas in US Congress. Thus, Ukraine got military aid of 100 billion US dollar from America and 30 billion euro from EU and UK. After December 2022, mass occupation will be over and fierce fighting in Ukraine will resume very, very soon. Now, we have to mind the energy stocks. I've already told people to buy military stocks as early as December 2021, 2 months before February 24th, the starting of the fighting in Ukraine. So let's view the yearly chart of these stocks, and they can also be promising stocks of 2023. First one is IBM. What is IBM? When some people call you IBM, it means you are an international big mouth. Can be of loud saying and can be of eating. But here, of course, is international business machine. The only green stock in Nasdaq, and in such a weak trend is still over the 250 SMA. Then comes 4 of my favorite retail stocks, which I have been talking for over a year, which are KO and PEP. I like to drink them. Please drink more so that I can have more dividends. Thank you. And also at MCD and WMT. These 4 stocks can stand against recession, for no matter in prosperity and recession, people still need them. The demand is quite stable and the bad effect is the less. My favorite military stocks of the year are still NOC, LMT, and RTX. But there's a problem of virtue. When you earn this money because a lot of people are dying and losing their homes, some kind-hearted people refuse to earn and will choose other stocks. It depends on your own. So for those kind-hearted people, please trade medical stocks which can save lives, such as MRK. A beautiful rising trend and still will continue because of pandemic in China. LLY is much stronger than the market. It's been noted that internet news said there's a new variant of virus known as BA.7 in China already burst out, and it's called plague throat, which will bring about great pain in throat. But better wait for official details of the virus on infection and death rate. Anyway, keep an eye on the spread and development. On the whole, the peak will reach in 1 month's time when Saturn and Jupiter meet together by the moon in January 20th. Some people said the apex will last for 3 months and some even 6 months. ABBV basically is running above the 250 SMA. However, don't forget energy stocks of XOM, a very sharp rise, and if CV X. These two stocks I have also taught for a whole year, but mind that they will face keen competition from eFUELs. So no matter recession will come or not, 2023 is more promising than 2022. This point is sure, but market is believed to trade in narrow range in these 2 weeks. However, the day to mind is January 4th or after. Breakthrough will come around the day of Quadratis meteor shower. Financial astrology is another field of investment which should get a degree in finance and astrology first, and then a PhD degree of the combination. The field of learning never ends, so eFUEL, ever onward, never backward. Again, subscribe, like, and share. Sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, bye-bye. See you next week.